Hey guys, Davison here. I'm just gonna pause for a second because always the first few seconds of my broadcasts always mess up because YouTube has technical difficulties with the first 30 seconds of broadcast, so we're just gonna chill out. I will be talking about Patreon, just give me a minute. So we have about 10 more seconds before I can start talking about Patreon and Patreon payment problems. So, hi there, my name is Davison. I run a Patreon called patreon.com/DavisonVideo, and I noticed after the 1st of August that my patron number started to decrease. Now, it's normal to a certain degree that you lose, I don't know, a couple people at the beginning of the month, or your number decreases, like your public number of paid patrons decreases. However, this month, I noticed a significant drop despite the fact that my patrons were not deleting their pledges. So my number went from something like 360 paid patrons down to now it's at 261 or 2. So I knew something was up because I wasn't seeing that people were deleting their pledges. So I messaged everyone and told them that something was up. And then I did some research online, and it appears as if Patreon is having payment processing issues, with numerous banks flagging the Patreon charges as fraud, and potentially even PayPal itself. So if you are a creator and you're noticing that your number of patrons has dropped, go in and check whether or not people's pledges have cleared, because there's a good chance that it'll say declined or it will say fraud. So Patreon actually tweeted out, which is the thumbnail of this video, that they're aware of the issue, they're working on it, and that everyone should notify patrons of the fact that their payments probably didn't go through properly, or at least a significant portion. It looks like a third of my patrons, which is crazy, are facing this issue. So if you are my patron, make sure you check that the charge went through and that your bank account or your PayPal is still working, because for some reason, and they still don't know the exact cause, Patreon's having a hard time processing payments. They are also going to send out a site-wide email to everyone who supports creators saying, please check your payment method, because for some reason a lot of banks and PayPal itself have been rejecting these charges, whereas normally they just go through. So I'm going live just to explain the issue, to let you know it's a known issue, to let you know that if your number of paid patrons has gone down, that you should go into your patron relationship manager and email everyone and let them know to check whether or not the pledge went through, because there's a 1 in 3 chance, from what I can tell, that it didn't. So let me just go to what you guys are saying. So Brian says, yeah, I got a text from my bank last night about Patreon and fraud. There you go. That never happened before. Switched to PayPal and went through fine. Thank you very much. And so Wall Street says, security's a bit tight with my bank. Well, it seems like I don't understand why all of a sudden August 1st, so many banks are tightening security. I don't know what happened with Patreon, other than there's a rumor they switched payment processors. So the new payment processor, for some reason, alerts the fraud department of certain banks. But it matters to me because, you know, I'm missing $2,000, which is my pay for the month. And I have to annoy my patrons with an email saying, hey guys, please check your banking info, because for some reason payments are being rejected. I mean, I also know too that I'm going to lose some people out of this, because most people want a seamless entertainment experience. When there's problems, they'll be like, oh, what? It got declined? What? She's making me do more work? I don't want to support her anymore. So I kind of hold Patreon accountable for that. They should have seamless systems. The only reason Patreon exists is to function as a payment processor for creators. That's it. That's all they're doing. They're just a payment intermediary. And this is the one thing they're supposed to do properly, and they're not doing it right. So if you support me, please make sure that your payment settings are correct and that your pledge went through. If you want to support me, you can support me for $10 a month at patreon.com/DavisonVideo, DAVISONVIDEO. And thank you for watching this. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I will update the comment section as I hear more back from Patreon about what the specific issue is and when creators can expect to be paid. So Wall Street says it's a security procedure to change security procedures periodically. Well, I guess it happened August the 1st, but without notifying anyone. So I knew something was up the moment my number was dropping. I'm like, okay, it's one thing like 10 people 10 people's payments don't go through. But to see my number drop by 100, that's pretty extreme. And it just shows that you need to diversify where you're getting your revenue from as a creator. I'm going to start doing rentals direct on Vimeo for $5 a video, because I can't depend upon even Patreon to not mess things up. We'll see what happens with Vimeo. Who knows, maybe Vimeo's going to screw up when I start charging for rentals, but at least I'll have that to fall back on, aside from, of course, when you guys tip me, or the ad revenue, the paltry ad revenue I make from 2 channels on YouTube. So much love to you guys. Hi to Steven, hi to Wall Street, hi to Danny and Brian. I will see you guys later. Go watch my mermaid video on my main channel and leave a like. Bye.